Yo guys, what's good? As here once again with another Genshin Impact video. So unfortunately, this is already my fourth recording of this because my recording software isn't playing nice with Genshin today. For whatever reason, I'm getting large frame drops and yeah, content that I showed you turned out to be completely yeah, not visible in anything besides potato quality. And by potato quality, I literally mean artifacts as big as Fischl's head. Uh, so nothing to see there. Anyway, so today I wanted to talk about Adventure rank 35, why it is so important, and what you should do from here on out, at least in my opinion. This isn't supposed to be the most efficient, like do this to achieve adventure rank level 47 in the next 2 days. No, this is meant to give you some guidance on how to not waste your resin and how to play at least a little bit into your favor. So first of all, let's talk about adventure rank level 35. What are the advantages? What do you get from doing it? And why is it such an important milestone? Why is it bigger than 30? Why is it probably even more important than the next upcoming milestone? Why is 35 such a really big breakpoint in your career when you play Genshin Impact? So, for one, your world level will reach level 4. This is the first level where you start getting proper drops from the bosses. And I don't mean the regular bosses that you have for the resin. I mean all these let's go to Mondstadt. All these bosses that don't cost resin. So first of all, you will get the chance to get the purple material. Obviously they have to be 60, so you need to farm a little bit around. None of mine is currently 60 here. Anybody 60 here? No. So obviously you need to farm them a couple of times to get the level 61 for them to drop the purple rewards, which is pretty cool because it is important material. But what is probably equally important is that they reliably start to drop the 3-star gear. I don't mean equip the 3-star gear. What I mean is at some point you will want to enhance your 4-star and later on 5-star gear. So you need that 3-star gear in order to just dump it into your better artifacts. Reason for that is simply you will never have enough 2-stars, and 2-stars at some point don't give enough experience, so you need to dump your 3-stars into them as well. So yeah, level 35, this is where you start getting those reliable drops and also the better enhancement material. So next, because your world rank increased, you will also see the better enhancement material from those, as you can see here. But not only that, this is the time where not on a frequent level, but maybe 1 in 20, probably 1 in 20 runs, you will get one of these 5-star artifacts instead of a 4-star. But for the most part, you will reliably get access to the 4-star gladiator set, which is pretty awesome. The rest, it doesn't really matter. Like at this point, Gladiator is the best piece that you can hope for, and you should farm for it a lot. You will get reliable access to all these artifacts, which is fantastic. So now when you reach level 35, you will also gain access to the next level of character enhancement. So you will be able to ascend the character to the 70, and at 70, as you can see, you unlock the final talent. In case you don't know, talents are here, and they have, for some characters, some pretty important consequences. So here, for example, for Venti, a lot of players play him as this caster-ish kind of type with a lot of energy refresh, so they can basically use his E and his Q on a very frequent basis, and this plays into that and allows for doing that more. Another example would be here to manifest Fischl into more of this damage dealing supporter role. I use her as my damage dealer, but you could use her as a support. If a character triggers an electro-related elemental reaction when Oz is on the field, the enemy shall be stricken with Thundering Retribution, dealing 80% electro damage of Fischl's attack. 80% is pretty a lot, especially if you see like you have like my Fischl is still not finished, my artifacts are trash. So I should probably be at 1500 attack by now. But yeah, I have, like, if this was attack, it would be better. And if this was a 4-star, it would be better. Actually, the artifacts are not that trash, so I should be closer to it. My weapon is at 70, so that is at least good. I should be closer to 1200 probably. Anyway, that can be a lot of damage, and you can proc this with basically anything. You can put a water character out and do the electrocute, you can do the superconduct, you can do the overload, like a lot of different things where you just put your support characters out. Like maybe you have a jungling, maybe you have a Barbara, put them out, do the E's, the Q's, and bam, you're dealing a ton of damage. So that is why it becomes so important to do that. A lot of characters have very role and character defining talents that they unlock when they're 70. This doesn't happen at 40, this doesn't happen afterwards, this happens at 35. This is why, in my opinion, this is so critical to reach. This will also be the time when your weapons finally reach 70. For weapons, I would say it doesn't really impact it that much because there isn't really a bonus besides attack that you get. It won't get any more substats or something, so yeah, that will just happen anyway. So I don't think that there's a special bonus for that in that regard. So now that that is out of the way, another important thing is that let's quickly go to domains and let's pick those 2 dungeons because they are important, right, for the enhancement material. And some of these areas are simply not accessible if you don't have the right level, right? So here Let's pick dungeon that is this one. So before Refractions 2, you won't get any of the purple, which is pretty... before Reflections 3, you won't get any of the purple here. Obviously, the gold one can only be at 40, but the purple is where it's at. If you don't get the chance of that, or at least the chance of getting more blues to craft it, it's pretty ridiculous. Like, I did a couple of runs at 34 and I barely got any blues, which is like super bad. And then I've done a couple runs on Reflections 3 and I got a lot of blues and even dropped one purple, and I was super happy. So that is pretty good. And yeah, this is basically the first time you can reliably farm your materials as well, where it doesn't take ages. So yeah, I don't want to make this video too long. Sorry that there's not a ton of gameplay. I had something going on, but unfortunately it didn't work out. I hope I can fix this issue on Saturday when I do another recording. If not, I have no idea what to do. Probably switch recording softwares. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button, leave a like, all the good stuff, and as always, I will see you in the next one. Until then, enjoy the grind.